What's up, everybody? I'm Don.
Ren.
We are the OtakuCouple, back with a Q&A video. Ooh, getting spicy over here. So, yes, it's time for our 3K milestone, and unfortunately, we wanted to do a merch giveaway, but that's not going to happen.
At least not yet.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Issues with our merchandiser. They're in very high demand right now. They're very backed up. They can't get to our order in the time frame that we needed them to.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we were going to save the Q&A for 4 or 5K, but we decided since we kind of really blew past 2K to 3K, there's a lot of you here who haven't been around for all of our gaming streams because we don't stream as much anymore. And aren't really involved in all the shenanigans in the Discord or from our old videos. So you guys might not know us as well as some of the older people here through our older subscribers. So this is for y'all, really. We opened it up to all of our social platforms: Twitter, the YouTube community post, Discord, Instagram, the whole shebang. And Discord blew up with these questions. Y'all had the most amount of questions on this. I'm pretty sure 90% of these questions are all from the Discord. So thank y'all for participating.
That's what I love about it, because it's like you guys ask the questions that make me want to be your best friend. Because it's just good times. Like, I'm looking at our list, I'm like, yeah, we'd all be friends. So,
also, guys, for those of you who are reoccurring subscribers, there are 2 questions on this list that come from our chaotic mod, Darth Cadus. If you know him, you know him. If you know him, you know him.
You know
There are 2 questions on here that are his. And if you can tell me down below in the comment section which 2 are his without cheating, don't go to the Discord to look for them. If you can tell just from the questions alone, you get a cookie. Speaking of the Discord, you guys should join our Discord. It's easy to join. It's a good time. We game in there all the time. We're going to start up our movie nights again. So if you guys want to just join in the Discord for all the chaotic fun, just go ahead and join into the Discord. Links down below. Join us on Twitch. Check us out on Patreon for full uncut anime reactions. It's a good time.
I cry a lot.
She does. Or gets angry, or both.
Yeah.
In fact,
it's horrible when it's an angry cry. This is a good time
for you guys to join the Patreon if you wanted to. We're just going to start all of our next round of shows this week coming up. And that's going to make, I think, around 6 or 7 shows that are going to be going now, around that number of shows in total. A lot of those are completed now, and you can just watch all the backlog content that's on there now. Yep. It's a good time. I've been really enjoying those. It's going to
be really fun because I get to show you an anime that I like.
Yep.
That's just good humor.
Short, sweet, to the point. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited for it. It'll be a nice change of pace from what we usually react to. And we're going to show Ren the classic Cowboy Bebop that she's never seen.
Listen, I think I've seen it, but it's been a long, long time. I just didn't watch all of it.
Well, we'll find out now, won't we? Let's hop on into this. We have a lot of questions to go through, so let's get on it and get started. Question number 1, how did you guys meet? So the person who asked this wasn't sure if they were allowed to ask this question, and I get it that a lot of people would like to keep that stuff off of social media, off of their online content creation community and whatnot, but I actually enjoy this story. It's a good time. It's funny. So I don't mind telling it. I usually love to tell this story to anyone who asks. Even when I meet her friends, they're like, how'd you guys meet? I'm like, oh, hold on, let me get it. Let me show you.
You're so cute.
So, to tell you that story, we have to go all the way back to the middle of 2016.
Oh, man.
For those of you who are in part of our community, if you've ever met Kat, a.k.a. Maleficent, I used to work with her and another mutual friend of ours, Wayne, all at the same place in an IT corporation. And he was starting his own clothing brand, streetwear line, and he was launching it. And he made a launch party. He invited us all out. That's where we met, right there. I was with my girlfriend at the time. Put down your pitchforks. All right, look, everybody involved, all parties involved were well aware that relationship was in a fast downward spiral. Okay, it wasn't a good time. We've already broken up twice. She did some stuff that betrayed my trust with her, And I told her beforehand that, like, hey, look, if you want to keep doing this, that's on you to try to win that back. I can tell you, you have almost no chance of getting my trust back at this point. I'm just letting you know. She wanted to try anyway, so I was not invested anymore in that relationship. So, regardless, Kat comes and she brings Lauren as her +1. As soon as I see them walk in, as soon as I look at Lauren, damn! Guys, you understand. Hair's all done. She's got her long blonde hair going at the time. Makeup's done right. She got the dark lipstick on. Her tattoos is popping. Her thigh tattoos popping. She's got this black dress on. I'm like, yo. She got some black boots on. I'm like, yo. My big titty goth GF kink is coming out, bro. What the hell? This is all happening in my head. I'm showing no physical indication that I'm even checking her out in any way, shape, or form. I'm just talking to Kat, I'm talking to Wayne. You know, my girlfriend's not doing anything. She sat there at that party that entire time and did nothing, interacted with nobody outside of me. That, again, I was not invested. I was just like, bro, she's just here. Like, what the hell? Whatever. It's just a good old time. That next Monday, me and Wayne are talking because, like I said, we both worked in the same team in the same IT corporate office. And he's just like, bro, did you see Kat's friend? I'm like, yes! Yes! My ninja, I saw that. And we're just like, bro, she was so hot. That's all it really was at that time. I didn't think that I was even going to see her that much anymore because I knew at the time that they were going to Savannah School of Art and Design. She was going to SCAD. And I was like, well, I mean, 1, long distance, 2, I don't even know her that well. At that point, I really didn't know Kat all too well either. I had just moved into that team, and Kat was my trainer. So we had only just started hanging out, really. But slowly, Kat started inviting me along to all of their hangout sessions with Lauren and their other mutual friends. And that was Kat's way of trying to get me in there, I guess. Little did I know. Lauren also had a boyfriend at the time, but nobody liked her boyfriend. Lauren didn't even like her boyfriend at the time, so, you know, more on that at another time.
We want a story time about all of Brendan's failures in relationships. That'd be a great story.
So eventually, Lauren asked Kat for my Snapchat and my Twitter, and then through those conversations on those platforms, we exchanged numbers. And now here we are. It was a long talking stage because, again, the distance really made it hard to hang out outside of the whole group. That's not really a way to get to know somebody on an intimate level. Like, it was really hard to find the time and coordinate so that we were both available just to hang out, just each other. And that took a really long time. But the first time that we were able to do it was the time that we were both like, yep, this is happening. I want this. This is what I want. It just took a long time to get to that point, which is why, leading into this next question, how long have you guys been together? I say 3 years. I count that entire long-ass talking stage because it felt like we were still in that relationship. We definitely talked like we were. It's just it wasn't official yet. It just took to that first time that we hung out. Yeah. It was all it took. That's all it was.
Yeah. I had trust issues.
So did I.
Yeah.
Being a millennial with trust issues does not make for a good relationship.
No. Does not.
But we make it work.
3 years. It was funny because during our anniversary, my mom would ask, like, how long have we been dating? And I said, well, it's been about 2 years since we... Sorry, I thought I had a hiccup. Since we started dating, and she's like, 3 years? I was like, 2 years. 3 years. Okay, 3 years.
See, a little to my knowledge, again, when I was coming over, because a lot of, like, the social get-togethers, the parties, the game nights, sleepovers, like, after going out to bars or whatever, happened at her parents' house at the time. So I was around her parents a lot. Little to my knowledge, her parents were well aware that something was going on here. Like, they were just like, is that the guy? Is that the one? And I had no idea.
Yeah. Your mom did the same thing, and I hadn't met your mom.
Yeah.
So.
My mom's like that with anybody that I hang out with that's a female, though.
Yeah.
more stories on that later too. There's no questions in there about that, but Ren's gonna start her storytime animations at some point. And we'll have all the stories for her to animate for you guys. It'll be a fun time, so don't even worry about it. Next question: what made you start your YouTube channel? Also a little funny story. So again, I told you we used to do a lot of game nights. We used to do a lot of just movie nights and whatnot, watching hilariously bad movies or anime
Horror
marathons, just playing games together, and every time it was a laugh fest. And after you hear so many times that you guys are hilarious together when you guys do this and that and the third, why not just put that shit on YouTube and start trying to build something out of that? So that's exactly what we did. This channel actually, for those of you who have been around long enough will know, this used to be a gameplay channel. We used to do Let's Plays. We did a Let's Play of Persona 5, Catherine, and Ghost of Tsushima when this channel first started. Those all flopped because it's hard to make a gaming channel on YouTube in 2021. Their gaming channels don't really exist anymore unless they started over 10 years ago and are just still going strong. That's just the way things work. In fact, the only reason that we now do reactions was on a whim. We found the nerdcore community and its music through Russell's Shonen Jump Cypher. That was the first one, and after a while of listening to it and just between us two and being like, we have some funny things to say whenever we listen to one of these songs. Let's just do a reaction video for them. So I think the first one we ever tried a reaction video for, and y'all are never going to see it because it never actually came up on YouTube, it was a test video, was to Daddy Fat Snaps' Drip, Jotaro song. And it kind of clicked. So we started doing it. We started doing them on Twitch live, and that really blew up our YouTube channel a lot. We went from struggling to get about 100 subscribers from the gameplay stuff to we definitely hit 500 within a very short time span. Way faster growth, and this is after doing the gameplay stuff for almost half a year. And like a month, and we've already got 5 times the growth just from being a reaction channel. And it just became, every time we saw a video that we wanted to watch together, let's just make a reaction video for it instead. And the rest is history. Now here we are.
That's what I think.
A full-blown part of the nerdcore community, and we still react to other stuff on the side. And it's been a good time. I enjoy being a reaction channel.
I do too. That's what I was going to say. I think that's what's crazy is if you think about it, like, we started last year, near the end of the year. It had to have been around October, or maybe a little bit before. So it was like during the pandemic that we started this. And we're not even over this year, and this is the amount of support we have, and this is unbelievable. This is fucking crazy.
Started off doing gameplay videos using the PS4 captures in the PS4 itself.
If y'all look back at our old videos.
And having a 1-bedroom apartment where we had to put our desk in our living room space, this giant open space that had no sound quality in it whatsoever, with a shitty USB microphone.
And you could hear everyone screaming outside because we lived in a sketchy neighborhood.
To now having a 2-bedroom apartment with our own studio room. We have all these lights, fancy microphones like this right here, fancy RGB lights in the back.
Let's see. Hold on. We're demonstrating. Oh, just kidding.
Because those things are being wonky right now.
Okay. So just kidding. I was going to put the lights on. But we have fancy lights, and we've got our everything displayed back here right now. So, and there's a lot more to come because I need to add my collection that's still over at my house.
We need a whole nother bookcase for her collection. That's mostly my stuff, but it's some of both of our stuff, but most of Lauren's stuff is actually still at her parents' house.
Like that's all my Funko Pops. I have a Funko issue. And then my manga collection
is vast.
More
vast than mine.
I was going to say it surpasses yours. Like I have an entire book shelf.
I gave up on my manga phase because of how expensive it was.
I did later on.
Would you like to ask the next question?
Yeah. So our next question is top 5 waifus.
We'll do husbandos for you.
Okay.
Would you like to go? Yeah, I mean, you can combine them if you
Yeah,
want
no,
to.
but I'll do husbandos. So first one is Zero from Vampire Knight. I'm going to go through all my lists.
They're all going to be white-haired.
Listen, I have a problem.
Just wanted you to know.
Gojo,
There it is.
Kakashi.
There it is.
Two more. Oh crap, I forgot. What's the daddy's name from Food Wars?
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name.
Him. Okay, so that's my other one. His dad, Soma's dad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a non-white hair character. We're breaking through here, guys. This is a breakthrough.
Fifth one. If we want to talk about like a really, really old school one that also had white hair, Sephiroth.
There it is.
So
Wait, say one non-white hair husbando, so you all know what the type is.
it's like white and then black hair and then red hair. Because I also loved Reno. I thought he was cute. So I can keep going.
Oh, I know you can. I'm surprised you didn't put Archer in there as the last
Oh
white
fuck,
hair.
Archer! He's very important.
You see, replace Soma's dad to just make the all
Yes,
five white.
yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
There it is. We got it, boys.
Yeah.
We got him, boys.
It's gonna be Zero and Archer that are number like 1 and 2. So
My top 5 waifus in no particular order because I can't rank them. They're all just the top 5. That's all there is to it. We have Yoriichi from Bleach. We have Hinata from Naruto. Specifically, the Hinata from the Naruto the Last movie. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's
don't.
see. Number 3, Harley Quinn.
Oh my god.
Love me some Harley. Let's see. Number
I do too. She's up on
4.
my computer right now.
She is.
Oh fuck, Dobby. Dobby was another one. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, she has 6. Let's see. What's number? I need 2 more. Number 4. I'm trying to get some obscure ones in here that I really like. Kasumi from Persona 5 Royal. If you're a fan of Kasumi,
Yes.
you're good shit. And let's throw in Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. I like him crazy, guys. If you couldn't tell from the Harley Quinn one. There's a lot of honorable mentions. We are people of culture here, if you know what I mean by that.
There is no shame.
We'll start going back and forth from asking the questions going
Okay.
forward. So next question. What's your favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Why? Because I like Sarah from Land Before Time.
Aww, she's so sassy.
I love it. I love that sassy little Triceratops.
I'm seeing a type here.
Yeah, I wonder where the typo came from.
I'm not sassy. I don't know where you got that. Velociraptor. Because they're short and they're vicious.
I wonder why. Wonder why you were late.
They're so short and they're cute and they're vicious. And they're just angry all the time. They're little fireballs. I want to pet Velociraptor.
You can test the next one.
Oh, God. 3 favorite genres for anime.
My 3 favorite, that's going to be kind of tough. I would say horror. And then, so I don't,
I'm counting.
yeah, I'm trying to think like what you would actually call that. I mean, like would you call shonen a genre of anime? Because it kind of
Yeah.
is. Or like isekai? Because Or are we going off of genre like you would in any form of media? But then that seems like that broadens it even more when it comes to that.
I guess if you think about some of your favorite animes, what genres do they?
I mean, they're all don't really fall into any one specific genre, honestly. Like horror, because obviously, like I love like Higurashi.
Yeah.
And another, like those are like just straight up, those are just meant to be horror animes. So that's why that one's a little bit easier. But then it's like I like stuff that's action oriented, like Fate, but I don't know what genre Fate would be included in, because Fate's kind of like a drama / action series.
Yeah. So maybe what's your 3 top genres, like just genre in general?
Right. Well then, yeah, then that would be horror, action, and then slice of life. I actually do enjoy a good slice of life anime if it's done right and not completely fucking boring.
Yeah.
So that would be for me.
I do get that, because I think my 3 favorites: horror, I do like shonen, and I like shoujo. I think that's the other one, because I think that's the most that I would read was a lot of shoujo.
And doujinshis. Anyways.
But yeah, those. Outside of being cultured.
So do you guys prefer manga or anime? Manga. Manga. Listen, if you are somebody that's like, I hate reading manga because who wants to read? I'm just gonna wait for the anime. You're missing out on a lot of good content, because a lot of the times the original source material manga is way better than the anime is. There's very few times. There's very few times where the anime adaptation completely exceeds the manga. Very rarely. It does happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if you're just going to restrict yourself just to the anime, you're missing out on probably some series that would be your favorites, but you hate them because the anime adaptation is trash. Like Tokyo Ghoul, for instance. Tokyo Ghoul got fucked up the ass with its anime adaptation. It didn't deserve that. Dead Man's Wonderland. They didn't even finish the anime because of how badly it did, but the manga series is great. This is like one topic that I'm like, every time I hear it's like, no, I don't like reading manga. I'm like, why?
No, I agree. Because we've talked about it before, where it's like, when you used to give me shit for not knowing a lot of animes and stuff. Like, I grew up reading manga. So
same.
That's where my heart is manga. I try to give it a chance, but I'm a huge the book is better than the movie. And plus, when I was a kid, like, I wasn't not allowed to watch anime. It was just that a lot of the things that came on for anime came on like Adult Swim, so at midnight, and I wasn't allowed on Adult Swim. So I didn't get to watch a lot of anime outside Dragon Ball Z, because like I grew up on that. I grew up on Pokemon. I grew up on Digimon and all that shit, and Kolyoko. But like, I remember the first time I snuck watched anime was over at my grandma's house, and I got to watch Adult Swim, and that was when I watched Death Note, and I was terrified of Death Note when I was a baby, when I was a puppy, and now it's my favorite. So
love Death Note. Death Note's a fucking classic.
Manga for real. Always manga lover. I would probably still be reading a lot of manga if it didn't cost like my entire life. So
next question.
If you could have any of these artists sing to you, who would it be? Fable, Divide, or Maguire?
Divide. Listen, here's my reasoning behind it. Maguire will just fill my soul with the fury of 1,000 suns. That man can sing some soulful ass music. Right. Fable would just get me hyped. Divide can do all 3 and just sing soft, beautiful songs. Yeah. I get the most variety with Divide, so I'd have to go with Divide if I have to pick one.
Mm-hmm. I would go with Divide as well, but I would want Maguire to feature on Divide. So I would want like those little pops of Good Dreams. I want Maguire to just come in with his gospel voice and just, I want Maguire to narrate my life. That's like Morgan Freeman. Maguire is Morgan Freeman.
Ooh.
So
You heard it here first, folks.
Like, I need that little feature because it's just like a little treat that when you get it, it's just like, oh my god. But yeah, definitely them.
Nice.
Fable, I would punch you in the sleep by accident.
It wouldn't be by accident. Fable would have told you to do it.
Punching babies.
Favorite story in fiction as far as manga and
We forgot
anime.
the rap one.
Oh yeah, we can do the rap one. So same but for rap. UK Trio, Shadow, or Contrast. I'd probably say the UK Trio. I get the trio.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the boys right there.
I feel like they can also, not saying that the others can't sing softer. The other ones would make me want to fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't need to be making angry Shadow noises. I don't need to do that.
And you know Contrast is...
Contrast needs to be stopped. So yeah, that one's a little bit easier.
Sing to me softly.
But favorite story in fiction as far as manga and anime. Favorite story in... See... That's essentially asking what's my favorite manga and or anime because
do one of your favorite mangas and one of your favorite animes.
Okay.
So
I could do that. Favorite anime story. I gotta say I really like Future Diaries story. Like besides the fact that it's damn near a horror anime, and I love horror as we've already talked about, and it's got crazy chicks in it, like yes, go ahead. And there's just a lot. The action's really good in it, but the overall premise of the story is fucking awesome, and I love it. And I recommend everybody go give it a watch. And I'm sure a lot of people have. It's not a unknown anime by any means, but I really enjoy that. As far as manga goes, it's a little tougher.
Name 3 of your favorite mangas, because I have 3.
Oh God. Is for story purposes?
Sure.
Demon Slayer. Honestly, the Demon Slayer manga is super good, and if y'all are the kind of people who are, again, anime only watchers and are like, man, I can't wait for season 2. You realize the Demon Slayer manga is done, right? Like, you can read the whole story right now. It's all there for you to read.
I haven't read it yet, so.
So I'll say Demon Slayer. I'll say Death Note. I do think the Death Note manga is better than the anime, but I still fucking love the anime. But the manga just hits a little different, you know, just a little different. And for number 3, I'd say My Hero. It's not done by any means, but I like where the story is going. And after catching up with the manga, I have come to the conclusion that the manga is far superior to the anime. There's a lot of things that are done way better in the manga than they were in the anime.
I need to read it. It's just so much. I tried to start, I did start it because I wanted to read it from the beginning to where we are now. And I realized I'm never going to catch up.
Something that could be interchanged with My Hero in that manga list is Black Cat. If you guys have ever read Black Cat, I love you. It's an old one that I found originally in the old big-ass Shonen Jump magazines as I saw the first chapter in there, and I was hooked. I loved that one. That's also one that the anime adaptation is kind of trash. Don't watch the anime, please. Read the manga. Don't do it to yourself. Just read the manga.
All right. My favorite mangas and anime. I'm sorry, I have 3, so.
Story-wise.
Story-wise.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, make sure it's for the story.
For story, and not just because.
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
Not because she has a lot of plot in her backstory.
Listen. I mean, there's a lot of story in Vampire Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Was,
I mean,
okay.
If that's
that was one of them.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe my top favorite is Angel Sanctuary because my God, there's so much story in that, and I definitely recommend that to anybody that's an avid manga reader. If you like angels and demons, definitely. It's a lot. It's complex. It was great. Godchild is still my Angel Sanctuary and Godchild are my top. Because Godchild was my first manga, and I adored that. And it was the first one that made me cry, so I loved that. Anime. See, that's tough, because I thought Death Note was my overall favorite. But the ones that we've been watching right now, I really think Doro has.
Doro has an amazing story.
I think that one is now my top favorite. It's just done very well. So
I'm glad that you enjoyed that one so
Yeah.
much, and that's like the first show that's like made its way into your top anime
yeah,
period
Yeah.
that we've reacted to. I'm really glad
Yeah.
that this
I
is
love
why
Doro.
we're doing it that way, showing her all this stuff that
Yeah.
she's never seen before, that she never
because
get
I had
to
never
see.
heard of Doro either, and that was finding out that was like a 90s one. That was cool, and just seeing the anime was really dope. I loved it. So yeah, I think Doro is my favorite anime.
Nice.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Have you guys played anime-based or anime-drawn style games? There are
Based
examples.
on RPGs like Genshin Impact, Fire Emblem, Xenoblade,
Yeah.
etc. Yes, actually, I play Fire Emblem a lot. I've played Three Houses religiously. It's a great game, and I've replayed it probably more times than I'd care to admit here on camera. Xenoblade, I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I have...
You should talk about how much you played Fire Emblem.
anyways. So I got the Xenoblade remake for my Switch. It's actually, the box for it is actually up there. You guys can't see it, but it is up there. I love Xenoblade. Genshin Impact, I enjoyed it when it first came out, and I got out of it because I don't like gacha games. Gacha games are just not a good time. I don't like gambling, which is basically what gacha games are. They are gambling addictions waiting to start. And it's been proven by many people online that the rates for Genshin Impact specifically are ass. Like as far as gacha games go, there are some gacha games that are way better with their rates if you pull them for one unit than Genshin Impact is. And now that they've changed it so that you can't restart your account to try to get the first free summons to get a really good team right off the bat, since they made that locked now, there's no reason anymore. If you're still playing it because you have an OP ass team like our friend Jay does still,
Oh my God,
by all
he
means,
does.
go on ahead. I mean, that's all for you. I haven't touched Genshin Impact in a long time.
Because I think that's me. I'm very picky on that. Like, I love anime-based games, but I'm very picky at what I play. Like, I loved Genshin Impact because it was kind of like an RPG, but I could move.
Yeah.
I don't like still RPGs, like stories. I'm very picky with that. So, like, Fire Emblem was an exception because it was a mixture of story to, like, battling. Doki Doki was different because that just like hooked me on that, but like I'm super picky on RPG games. Like you gotta get me in the first 15 minutes or I'm gonna be bored. So
Yep.
like,
I love me a good JRPG. JRPGs are an amazing genre of RPG in general. There's a lot of good ones out
and
there.
I think like
for sure.
with all that kind of goes into one of our other questions. Like fighting games are my shit. So if I can actually move around and battle or whatever, then I'm super happy. So
Hell yeah.
I love that.
What's a manga, light novel, webtoon, whatever to be made into an anime? That's kind of hard. There might be one for this one already, but if there's not, Seventh Garden. If you guys have ever read that manga, it's something. It's a ride. I don't believe I've ever seen an anime adaptation for it, but I could be wrong.
What is a light novel? Is that just like a easy read or?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a very small.
Like just one and done sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think because at first I was like, oh, it's light means like happy-go-lucky. What I would love to become an anime is Goth. I don't know if anybody's ever read that. It's a manga and it is a novel. Best horror novel manga that I've ever read. It's one of my favorites. I would love that to be an anime. Straight up. I think they have a live adaptation to it, but it's nowhere near like what the story is. The story's fucking crazy.
Nice.
But yeah, that's mine. If you haven't read it, you should. But you should probably be older. So 17 plus.
Oh Lord.
Don't be 12 like me and read it. But it's fine. It's fine. What is your favorite thing to do outside of YouTube videos / Twitch streams? Tell me, baby. What's your favorite things to do outside of what we do?
Drink.
Baby,
hang out
that
with
is
friends.
not what we need to be telling them.
What this is my. They don't have to imitate. So drinking, hanging out with family, hanging out with friends.
We need to censor that and be like, whoa.
Nope. Leaving it in.
Wait. Go to...
No, stop. No, nope, you're not there. Stop it. Stop it. Let's see.
Continue.
Let's see what else is. Well, so I'll go over something I used to do because honestly, as almost 30-year-old, I don't do a lot of stuff anymore. What?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm talking about what I used to do. So I used to do parkour. I used to drum. I was a very active teenager. I had a lot of hobbies that I gave up when I went into college because I didn't have the energy for it anymore. And I was just like, whatever, existentialism, good times. But yeah, I don't have that many hobbies anymore. Really, like, content creation is really a full-time thing. Like, and I know you guys hear that all the time. For those who don't do content creation but watch a lot of YouTube, I'm sure a lot of most YouTubers will say like, yeah, no, it's not a job that stops.
Yeah.
Even when we're not on camera, we're doing something, we're editing something, we're researching some other stuff, we're recording some shows. That's why we do our reactions the way we do, because honestly, we're just doing what we used to do together, which is just hang out, watching TV, movies, and just relax, or playing video games with each other. And now we just turned it into content. We do reaction videos, or we do live streams of us doing gameplay stuff. I mean, that's really what the only things that we don't do is our big game nights with people that we play like Mario Party or like the Clubhouse 50 games or whatever on the Switch. That was a good time playing that with everybody.
Video that at least one time, just kind of get our friends, because our group of friends are hilarious. And then when we do like even a fucking board game, we could do the werewolf game.
Yeah, really, like,
it's just a
the
good
things
time.
that we do outside of that stuff now is really gym when Lauren's
Not
able
dying.
to do so, because right now her leg is messed up, so we can't do that right now. We do go to a CrossFit gym though. There's a bar right in our neighborhood. We'll go down there to chill out and drink, meet our neighbors, all that kind of stuff. Bring friends over when we do that stuff. We get together at her parents' house and do like fire pits, bonfires, all that kind of stuff. Cookouts. I mean, it's little things like that just kind of break up us doing this stuff. And other than that, we both work well, I work full time. Lauren just lost her other job for the COVID reasons and the new direction they were going, all that good stuff. So now we're going to get back into doing this even more than we were before, but I'm still working full time, so that really puts a damper on how much time we have to do other things when we have to also focus on this stuff. So for the last, I'll say 2 years, really haven't had time to really do much else.
Yeah. I think we're slowly, well, now not so much because of the pandemic, but we want to implement, or I don't know if that's the word I want to, anyway, we want to put travel in because we enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That's something that I would love for us to eventually get into vlogging for, because that'd be entertaining. But outside of like hobbies before COVID, concerts was definitely something that was my shit. Friends, drinking, because we don't have a problem. Drawing, but drawing's now kind of what I do on Twitch anyway, so that was a good time.
Yep.
And horse.
And
she
used to ride horses. So as far as things that we're planning on doing moving forward off of this stuff, that won't have anything really to do with content creation, is we're about to start learning how to do Japanese. We're gonna start learning how to speak that. We're still gonna start going to the gym more regularly now, so we're gonna be getting fit,
getting strong, getting fit.
And like you said, travel. We do plan on doing a lot of traveling as things open up and the world isn't lighting itself on fire. So stay tuned for all of that, because right now we don't really do much outside of this, but as we are able to do this full time, that will open up a lot of possibilities for us to be able to do other things on the side, and you guys will get to see all of it. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weird just with the pandemic.
So if you had to choose to roommate with 2 other reactor channels, who would they be, and why?
Tell me.
I would have to say.
Right. Tell me.
See, if I say the answer that she knows
Just
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
say,
It's fine.
it's gonna.
It's fine. Go ahead.
First one would be Screwface.
Oh.
Because that would just be an entertaining time. And then second is Barasu 13. That's my homie. That's become my reactor homie.
Your bromance.
Yeah.
I like how you didn't put him first because I was expecting it. Yeah.
What about you?
See, that's where I am. I don't know because I'm new to the whole reactor thing. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
there's
know
a bunch in
people.
our
I
community.
know, but now I would say Barasu and Kiara because they're my babies, even if I give you shit for it. And Cryo. I love Cryo.
I do love Cryo. And I might actually switch out of Screwface for Game Boy Jones because that
Oh
would
my
be
God.
hilarious.
See, I forget that they're like
Yeah, because some of those are actually
too.
reactors too.
Oh my
so.
God, I want to be friends with Game Boy so bad. His personality.
We're going to meet y'all one day.
I want to hug him so bad. I just love him. He has so much fun.
This next one is so...
Schwabity would be
Oh,
funny
yeah,
too.
Schwabity too. I wish I could have met the UK guys
Yeah.
over on their tour.
Somebody was mad. That was a petty.
I don't know if that came up on camera, but
I hope it did.
My gosh. If you could show one video of yours to 1 million people, which video would you pick?
Oh.
I guess the Hell of a Boss episode
Yeah.
that just broke 20K. That's obviously our best video right now, stat wise. I mean, and I enjoyed it, so
Yeah.
I would assume. I mean, if I was gonna give somebody like an idea of like, here's what we do,
Yeah.
I guess I would just use that one. It's kind of hard. All of our as a reaction channel, there's not really a super variety out of the stuff. It means certain stuff happens and others that don't happen in the other ones, depending on how hype we get or what gets said. But for the most part, the format is the same. Intro, reaction, outro. I mean, that's really all there is to it. So
All of it would be very entertaining.
yeah, so
I think between that one and when the game plays with Catherine,
yeah,
because I love Catherine. That's my shit. Like,
I love Catherine too until it gets unnecessarily difficult.
and it's funny with him because he gets mad. So I think there's one in there that was really funny, and I can't remember.
Listen, I'm sorry that y'all, for one, we didn't record everything that we did on Catherine, but there was a lot of moments in Catherine Full Body that I called with that new third character that ended up being true, and
you
I
were
can't
so
make it up. I can't
mad.
make it up. I was so mad when it happened.
It was so funny because
I'm not going to spoil anything here for y'all in case people want to go play that game
my
and haven't
God.
seen it,
That
because
was
you can
so
get that
funny.
game on Switch. If you have a Switch, you can go get it, so you can be traumatized mobily. But yeah,
God, it was
I
so
called it
fucking
every
funny.
single time. I was just making jokes,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah.
I legitimately got mad.
It was hilarious, and so that's another one I would like because that was just a good
God.
time. If you want us to do a gameplay or a speed run,
Oh,
Catherine of me and Dawn playing specifically Dawn,
We could just play the 2-player mode
I'm down.
and just both fail. I'll be making us fail. I'll just be pulling blocks. I'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" I don't know. Do boo boo boo.
It's the wrong box.
Well, it got pulled.
But yeah, that one. But yeah, I love that. And hell of a. I wish another video that I kind of wish would have gotten 1 million, but it was because we broke it up into Twitch when we did the live streams on Twitch. I wish we had done Leslie Has an E+ Day separately for the first time. So like I would have loved to get Darth in it too, because he was the one that was like mind boggled. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's my favorite YouTube video. So that's another one. That's one I kind of wish we had recorded
That was
because
ridiculous.
that was a good time. But anyway, carry on.
Oh,
It's my turn. If you guys could, where would you move to in the real world?
Oh, well, we was talking about doing traveling, and that's already in the works. So we do plan on traveling through Europe, and hopefully one day settling down in Japan. It's just something that we both want to do. Again, that's why another reason why we're starting our process of learning Japanese now. Because for those of you who don't know, Japanese is quite literally, the hardest language to learn for a native English speaker.
I just want to call bullshit on that just because French was fucking hard. But we'll find out.
French is one of the top 5, but Japanese is the hardest one out of the 5 that are the hardest for English speakers to learn.
I'm intrigued.
So it's like there's 5 that are really difficult for native English speakers, and then Japanese is like the literal hardest one. So it's like, oh boy, that's gonna be great.
It's gonna be exciting.
It's like average. It's gonna take you 8,800 hours to learn Japanese, and it's already the most difficult, so you could be wasting time with that one because you're not getting something. So it's like the only people who have developed fast have private tutors for that. We are not going to have a private tutor. It's going to be self-taught stuff, so it's going to be a long trek.
To each other.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to. It's got to get stick somehow.
We could video that at some point, just some entertainment.
We do want to, even if we don't settle down in Japan, if whatever happens that changes that, we still want to go and see Japan. We're probably going to go to Japan a lot of trips to Japan, and I would be nice to be able to speak the language and not have to just do the, hey man, you speak the ABC?
Oh, God. But yeah, definitely Japan's been the goal.
And then various parts of Europe, because Europe is a beautiful country.
I would love to go. I would love to live in New York for a little bit. New York's one of my favorite places to go, but I really want to take you to Hong Kong.
It's gonna be a good time.
But Japan's the goal. I need my cherry blossoms.
What's the best dragon? Haku from Spirited Away. Easy. GG's. The best dragon?
I don't know. They're all great
you
dragons.
You gotta pick one best dragon.
So I got Haku. See, that's bad because I'm thinking of all the dragons I like in media and not just anime. Mm-hmm. Because of
it's fine. You can.
Smog.
There you go.
Smog is best boy.
Easy. GG's. I'll do the next one because it's involved with me. Can Don draw and witness his drawing stream? No.
Yes,
and
you can.
It's not happening.
Yes,
I cannot draw.
Draw me a picture.
I'll draw you a smiley face.
No.
Listen, I can't draw. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not artistic anymore. Mm-hmm. My artistic self died with my childhood youth when I hit college. Okay, I used to draw when I was in elementary school. I used to drum. I don't do it anymore. I don't have it in me anymore, guys. I'm sorry. Baby, it's just gone.
We'll sit down together.
I'm gonna draw her a smiley face, and she's gonna deal with it.
Excuse me. We're gonna have a Bob Ross moment.
My whole painting is gonna be happy little accidents.
That's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. We'll have a drawing stream of Dawn.
Good God. Anyways, you get the next
All
one.
right. What's your favorite culture of food?
Italian. That, I mean, like, in general, if, like, Italian food, and just because pizzas, pastas, I mean, like, those are, like, all of my favorite things to eat, especially pastas. Guys, pasta is amazing.
Pasta is amazing.
So that would be my favorite.
Asian food. Any Asian. Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Thai.
Yep.
Mostly Japanese and Korean. That's my shit.
There you go. Speaking of which, what's some of your favorite Japanese foods?
You go ahead.
I'm pretty basic when it comes to my stuff. I mean, like, onigiris, love them. Mm-hmm. Ramen, love it. Bento boxes, because you all the variety you get in there. The tempuras, the sushis, love it. I mean, it's all the basic stuff, but it's a lot of stuff that are involved with it. So they're the generic basic stuff because everybody loves them. They're great. You don't have to develop a taste for any of that kind of stuff. And I haven't tried too many off the wall stuff.
Ramen and sushi are my thing. There's another thing.
If you like, we have legitimate, like, Asian owned ramen shops that we go to here in North Carolina because, like, it's authentic ramen there. It's a good time.
Oh, that's Korean. Just kidding. I want to try this thing so bad. I cannot stand it. It's the little fishy. That's what I want so bad. But yeah, sushi and ramen are my shit. That's good what time. I go for.
Sushi is amazing.
Like any sushi, any sashimi, any of that. I want it now.
You get the next one.
I love noodles. Are there any VTubers you guys watch?
I do. I don't think Rin watches a lot of VTubers, but I do. Waifu Baby, Project Melody, Iron Mouse, a little bit of Calliope Mori. I honestly don't watch many of the HoloLive VTubers, and honestly, I don't watch any of the big like VShojo or HoloLive VTubers. I watched like Nux, like he's technically a VTuber now.
Yeah.
Like people like that have like VTuber avatars but are not really classified as VTubers.
Right.
Are the ones that I watch. And Waifu Babies, because all she really does is make music. I mean, it's really less about being a VTuber, more about being an artist. So it's just fun to watch and listen. She makes good music.
Yeah, I don't really watch VTubers.
But yeah,
I watch him when he
and other than that, really like my favorite stuff when it comes to like Project Melody or like Iron Mouse or when they're on other people's stuff. Not like I don't like watch their specific streams very often. I'll watch the clips because they get recommended to me on YouTube, but I don't follow any of them and get notified and then go immediately into the stream and just sit there for 2.5-3 hours and watch them do random anime girl VTuber stuff. I just don't do it.
I do like Waifu Baby.
Yeah.
I like listening to her.
Waifu Baby's so wholesome. She's hilarious.
There's a girl in there that we watched one of the reactions we did because, again, I don't really stay up to date with VTubers, but there's a girl in there. I think it's like Cat Rito, something, that one, the long black hair. She reminds me, her voice reminds me of Marceline, and I love her. So I would, whenever I find her name, I would seek her out. But
also,
yeah, VTubers
we might be slightly biased because Waifu Baby is the only one that I've interacted with multiple times. It's just like this Waifu Baby's just chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've seen him like probably every time Project Melody or Silver Veil or Iron Mouse do something with Sea Dog VA or Nux. I watch them. Yeah. It's always a fun time whenever they're doing a collaboration together. But do I watch their individual content themselves? Really, not much. No. Yeah. No, Iron Mouse is on a lot of songs here in the nerdcore community because she does have a good singing voice, so it's a good time. I enjoy her music in that retrospect. It's just I don't seek out VTuber content, but I don't dislike it.
It's a good time whenever we do. It's fun.
If you had your favorite evening drink, what is it?
Beer.
My go-to evening drink or drink in general would be rum and coke. I'm very basic, but if you got some good ass rum, splash a little bit of coke in there. It's a good time.
Yeah, rum and coke, gin and ginger ale, and really just...
Fun fact for those of you who don't know, Rin's allergic to vodka.
I am.
So anytime she has even a sip of a drink that has even the littlest bit of vodka in it, it will fuck her up for the rest of that night. So it's a bad time.
And the next day.
Yep,
it's bad.
So yeah, that's why we stick to rum. Yeah. Because rum is amazing.
It's our friend. But now that it's basic white girl season, even though I don't identify
this next question is fitting for you.
Pumpkin beer. It's so good.
No. Yes. This next question is fitting for you to ask.
Oh no. I just saw Fate. As you guys have been watching Fate, have you guys understood most of what happens in all the different versions and how they are made as a timeline, sort of? I like that question because that's how they are made as a timeline, sort of. The answer that's in my head is no. But Don has done a good job at showing me what was it kinetically? Yeah, kinetically should be the first of the series. So because we watched the Grand Order and then Stay Night or something.
We watched Fate Zero. Unlimited Blade Works. We're doing Apocrypha.
Is Grand Order one?
Grand Order is that other alternate timeline one that's a movie I told you about.
Okay, gotcha. I thought I made that up. But yeah, so you've done a great job.
And we watched the Heavensfield movie. So technically we're just watching the main stuff. We're not touching Prisma Ilias View. We're not touching Encore. All these other ones that just throw the timeline out of whack. We're doing the big main ones. And then, as far as we know at this time, we're stopping.
Yeah. Unless y'all want more, because
as far as the timeline stuff goes, we've actually, now that we've finished the main stuff, we watched Gijix,
Yeah. Oh my
video
God.
of explaining the Fate timeline in 30 minutes, which really does help with explaining where things go. It makes it easier to follow. But I waited until after the main what the fuck is going on moments passed for Lauren so that it wouldn't spoil anything for her.
Yeah. I think what makes it hard is just to know, like, if you look at his little chart that he created, his graph of the whole Fate things, it's just like, it's hard for my brain to wrap around that there's other shit going on at the same time.
Yes.
Or fast forward or back, reverse or whatever. So like there's still shit that goes on, like even as we're watching Apocrypha, of me just being like, wait, I don't understand how in theory that matches with other shit, because you got two fucking grails that don't make sense.
It was a good time.
I could go on a rant about it. But yeah, it's like sometimes when I think that I know what's going on, I really don't. So, yes and no.
So the short answer is, as long as you do the thing that all Fate fans say to
Don't question it.
you'll be fine.
I question it. That's my problem.
So next question. Have you guys traveled to theme parks like Disney or Universal? I've been to Disney once, and that's it.
I've been to both.
Multiple times, I believe.
Listen.
I'm just saying, like, that's the difference between us. I've only gone to one park, and that was it.
We can go.
Oh, we will. I mean, it's gonna be part of traveling
Harry Potter
around.
World. Universal. Disney's fun. Universal. Animal Kingdom's cool. I didn't like it when I was a kid. I got scared and I got mad, so that was a good time. But Harry Potter. That's my shit. How old were you guys when you first discovered both anime and nerdcore?
Well, we discovered nerdcore specifically, if you're talking about this community, a couple of years ago. Yeah, like a year and a half or so ago.
So
but as far as when I discovered anime,
right,
I was probably like, depends on what you classify as anime, actually, because there's some stuff that I would consider to be anime that you guys might not, that are way back from like old school Toonami days.
Right.
Like Samurai Jack. Do you count Samurai Jack as an anime? Because I do, and if so, then how old was I when Samurai Jack first came about?
When did that come out?
Really, really young.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I have to look. Samurai Jack.
Whoosha.
Came out in 2001. When did Dragon Ball Z come out?
Oh, before that, like Dragon Ball specifically, I know was way earlier than that. But I don't think I saw Dragon Ball first. I mean, I might have, actually.
I saw Dragon Ball first. Because it was the 90s. Because I was born in 92, so I would say that was 1984. It's the original. Animated series started in 1986.
Yep.
Okay, so, God, I had to have been
like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was
when
going to say
saw
6
it
at least.
in an anime
where I could
series.
understand it. So,
Yeah.
because Dragon Ball was definitely my first. And then we got into like Toonami shit and Cartoon Network and all that stuff. So, yeah, Dragon Ball. It seems so long ago. Like,
classic stuff.
Yeah, probably 6 for anime.
Yeah, I would say about same 5, 6 years old.
Yeah, and then nerdcore, I was 27. You were
26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're oldies now.
Yeah.
We're old babies.
But we've seen a fuck ton of anime.
We have. It's funny.
But between the three for video games, do you guys prefer stuff from Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo? PlayStation. There's no contest. It's PlayStation. Yeah.
It was PlayStation. And then when I was younger, I was Xbox because I could not afford the PlayStation and I couldn't keep up to it. So I stuck with Xbox because it was the only console that stayed consistent. But yeah, I grew up on PlayStation.
Fair enough. We always got the next generation of consoles were the Xbox first in my household because my mom was also a gamer. For those of you who don't know, but yeah, no, PlayStation always just the better games. That's the one that now that I afford them for myself and I buy them for myself. I've got the last two console generations of PlayStations. I bought them myself. Yeah. Because yes, I fucking love PlayStation. So that's easy, no questions. If I had to pick as of right now, currently, it would go PlayStation, Nintendo, then Xbox. I really don't care for Xbox. I don't care for their games. I'm not the demographic that Xbox is putting their games out for. Xbox gamers it's like those general Xbox are first person shooter gamers, PlayStation are player story gamers, and Nintendo is Nintendo.
Yeah.
You all know what IPs you're gonna get with Nintendo. You get the Pokemons, the Monster Hunters, the old cartoony family friendly gaming stuff. I
never owned a Nintendo until this year, so
I had plenty of Game Boys, Nintendo DSs, all that stuff growing up, but that was just for the portable aspect of it, not for the quality of games on them.
I was broke, girl. I did not own any of those. But I do think my PlayStation 2 and my PS1 still work.
Hell yeah.
So
got the whole collection. Then if we get a PlayStation 3.
Yeah. My Xbox still works.
This next one is yours.
Sorry, I was going down the memory lane. Have you guys cosplayed anime characters before? And if so, who? If not, who would you like to cosplay?
I have not, but Ren has a lot.
I have cosplayed Yumiko. I have cosplayed Gwen. I have cosplayed Toga. Harley a lot. Harley Quinn is my baby. There was someone else, but I forgot. Are there any people that you would like to cosplay? Because there are.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna do all the couples cosplays. I think we've already talked about doing Inuyasha Kagome. We've talked about doing Archerine, Naruto Hinata. So I mean, there's gonna be plenty of them, and you guys will see those pictures on Instagram whenever those happen and go live, and whenever conventions start opening back up. We missed Queen City Anime Convention, which is the con closest to us that happens regularly, and I'm glad we did because people got sick there. Yeah. Again, I don't see it's not the time for it. Yeah, it's just not the time. As much as I would have loved to have met NLJ, Nemraps, and Dreaded Yasuke because they all were there at that con, and I would have loved to meet y'all. I'm glad I didn't go.
So, but we got a list of people that we want to cosplay as. Maybe we will start a thing so we can take pictures as it. So
this will probably lead into a large discussion. So, do you guys watch AniTubers such as the Anime Man or CDog VA and some more? Yes, I watch all of the Trash Taste podcasts and their individual videos. I fucking love their content. It's a great time. At this point, I think we're considered AniTubers as well. We do mostly anime content, even though it's still centered around reaction stuff. But I mean, our entire Patreon right now currently is nothing but anime stuff. Right. But yes, I do enjoy their content a lot. I love Gijuk's Anime in Minute series. All of the Anime Man stuff is great. Yeah. All of his manga reviews, all of his old gameplay views. And Connor just does some random ass shit from living in Japan. All his food videos, great. All his Japanese tourist attraction gaming center videos, great. I do love all of their content individually. And then their Trash Taste podcast is amazing. Go watch it if you haven't.
Yeah. So I've never watched any of them until we start watching. So you kind of opened my eyes.
If you guys would like us to react to some of their content, let us know down below.
If you want us to try and take on some of their challenges, let us know.
Oh God.
That'll be fun. But yeah, no, I feel so bad saying this. I really just didn't watch a lot of YouTube videos. I went through YouTube hell, but that was just random shit. And but I didn't watch people, if that makes sense. So the only people I watched was Brad Mondo because I'm a sucker for hair and makeup shit. But that it's been awesome being able for you to open my eyes to them because it's very entertaining.
I'm glad. It's again, and I want to reiterate, because we get asked this question a lot. Do you guys react to only music? No. We actually have an entire playlist of the YouTuber, the animation YouTuber community that we react to. Let Me Explain Studios, Jaden Animations, the odd ones out, Young Don the Sauce God, Domix. We react to their stuff because that's what we enjoy watching, and that's the only thing that has kind of stuck on this channel that we've tried to react to. If you guys want to see other stuff, you just gotta suggest it. Let us know if there's something else you guys want us to try checking out, especially if it's anime themed or otaku themed. It's definitely something that we will probably love and check out, such as stuff like from Sea Dog VA, Gujuk, or the Anime Man. If there's shorter videos or something that you guys want to see us react to, we can do that.
And we watched a lot of earlier on, we watched like theory videos, so like DC theories. So those were really cool. And
speaking of theories, we also do enjoy game theory, like the entire game theory trifecta, the game theory, the food theory, and the film theory. If you guys want us to react to some of those too, I am more than down, because I love Matt Pat and his content.
So you've opened my eyes to a lot of...
Because I consume a lot of YouTube.
I do not.
YouTube was definitely my main source of content for a very long time, because I was fucking broke and couldn't afford all the streaming platforms or cable. YouTube was the only other solution of a world of content. And if you find the people that, for whatever content you want to watch, theories, gameplay videos, music, whatever, you can find your few, subscribe to them, favorite them, and then just leave them on a fucking playlist.
That's what I did for music videos. I swear it's just like...
So I have my favorites for all genres of stuff and all genre of contents.
Yeah, you've helped me.
Open her eyes to the YouTube.
I watch YouTube for other stuff. Do you guys enjoy watching trash anime, even though it's usually trash?
Yeah, it depends. If I go into it knowing it's gonna be trash and I'm just here to watch it, like what's the show? That Life as a House Husband or whatever.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Like you look at it and it's not trying. It's not trying to make you think it's going to be good.
It's the Yakuza becomes a housewife or something.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like,
stupid. Yeah. Like that's the only one that comes to my mind about like trash anime, because most of the anime that I've watched, I've really enjoyed.
You enjoy it for what it is. I mean, like, it's the whole thing of, there's very rarely that, you should always give a show about 3 to 5 episodes to pick up to determine if you're going to like it or not. It's very rare that you're not going to find something to enjoy in that first 3 episodes. Yeah. Especially if you don't go into it thinking it's good. It's one thing if a lot of people are hyping you up about something and it doesn't live up to those expectations, then I get it. But if you just look at the screen caps of the episodes and what the title is and the animation style, you could pretty much determine, all right, this isn't taking itself seriously, so I shouldn't take it seriously either. And
My
then it just
Hero
becomes
was
a good
that
time.
first trash anime for me, season 1, because I hated season 1.
Very slow start to that one. And it was very much just like repeating the same emotional heartstring pulling to try to get you to stay the entire time. But it got a
lot better.
It's doing really good now.
That last episode of season 1 is what sold me, and I was like, okay, I'm in.
Speaking of which, so how do you guys find a new anime? Do you find it by word of mouth, what's trending, by looking at anime moments and compilations on YouTube, or maybe a different method? So truthfully, most of the time it is through word of mouth, or just because, like I said, we're technically anti-tubers at this point. We follow a lot of anime related channels, so as soon as someone starts talking about something, let's look at that, let's see what's going on with that. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, we're in the nerdcore community, so of course when all the Jujutsu Kaisen songs started coming out and all the discussions and moments of that were just getting uploaded, clips of that was getting uploaded to all platforms, we're like, okay, we're gonna check that out. And now we've done a whole reaction series to Jujutsu Kaisen over on Patreon, but that wasn't anything that I knew about beforehand. It's really mostly word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
We don't really look at trending anime specifically.
I was gonna say, with Hulu and Netflix and Crunchyroll, like sometimes I'll just go on there and just scroll through the anime and look at the pictures. And those show the what's new or the what's trending or for you because of the stuff that you already like and watch it. So then it just builds out into that, and then if it's something we're like, ooh, we could react to that one, it goes on the Patreon. That's how that works. Beastars was definitely one of those word by mouth that we're like, yeah, that was but yeah, that one's yours. Do you guys play mobile games? Do y'all well on games sometimes and just drop tons of money? I do play mobile games, but I do not
play many gacha games anymore because I don't like spending money on gacha games. So when it gets to that point where it's like, cool, I have nothing to do because I don't want to spend any money, I uninstall the game. The only mobile game that I play regularly is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Yeah.
Which is technically a gacha game in a sense, but it's a gacha game
it.
that and I spend very little amount of money on it. So the way that I treat mobile games, if it's free and it has those paid options in there to get stuff to help you get, like for Yu-Gi-Oh! For example, so you have to spend money to get the gems so you can get the packs of cards. It's like pulling cards in real life for those of you who ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters as a kid, the actual trading card game. And I believe you should spend the money on a game for how much money you think it's worth.
Right.
So I usually cap it out at the price of a full game. $60. That's as much as I'll spend on a game. And they obviously give you the option to break that apart. Because mobile games, it's like, oh, here's the $2 pack. Here's the $5 pack. Here's the $20 pack. Here's the $50 pack. Or whatever the case may be. So I'll get, if I would like it, and I want those resources so I can play the game even more and have even more fun with it to build the deck that I want to play, then yes, I have spent probably about $50-ish on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links account, and that's it. And I have one deck that's tricked out, gets me most of my wins when I do ranked, and that's all there is to it. So like Genshin, nope. I think I spent, the only thing I ever spent on Genshin Impact was when it first came out was
we
whatever.
played a lot of it on the phone when it first came out.
Yeah, the only thing I think I ever bought when it came to that one was the reoccurring gem bonus thing where it was like, oh, for a whole week you'll get 300 gems every single day, which accumulates so that you can spend it all. That was the only reason I did that one, because it was super cheap, but it was just a prolonged reward. That's why it was super cheap. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll do that one. But no, once I figured out how bad the rates were, I knew there was no point in spending any money on that game, because that $60, even if I was like, yeah, it's a good $60 game, if you were just look at it like, okay, just pay the full price of a full-fledged game. If it's worth it to that, you're still not going to get what you want out of that. So why would you just throw $60 at nothing? So that's my view of mobile games. And the mobile games that aren't like paid gacha games really aren't that fun. I think the only one I have that's not a gacha game in any way, shape, or form really is called like Guardian Tales, which is like a JRPG game that's fully run around, attack button here, shield button here, grab characters that you meet along the way. They cool designs, cool abilities, but other than that, it gets pretty boring really quick because it's a little like 8-bit game or whatever.
Gotcha.
But it's just there. It's just for fun when I'm bored.
Yeah,
That's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for.
You're right.
Just pop in, go into ranked, and just school some people with 6 samurai. Yeah, that's right. I play 6 samurais on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Come at me, bro.
I'm boring. I don't have mobile games on my phone. I don't really play
She's
that.
not a true gamer.
Listen, that's not fair.
I kid.
But the consistent game that I will like reinstall and uninstall off my phone was Robot Unicorn. I love that game. I still love that game. I've never spent money on any mobile game or any game, so I'm not that fun. I am cheap. If something tells me I need to buy it, then I'm like, all right, I'm done with you. But Robot Unicorn, it's the most consistent, entertaining, infuriating game that I've ever played.
So do you guys buy anime figures, and if so, who do you guys have, and if not, what would you guys get? Y'all can't really see it because camera, very stationary right there, but if I can remember to do so, I will get a little video recorded and I'll add it in here of our whole collection right there, because yes, I have a lot of anime figures that I have bought or been given gifts of over the years. The only one that's not in here right now that's out in our main room is the giant God of War statue that I have that came when that game first came out, because I got the limited edition one. I have a Connor from Assassin's Creed 3 down there. I have a pretty good size Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul one that I fucking love. I got Vegeta over there, Goku, Shion from Sword Art Online, Goku, Vegeta, Kakashi, Teen Gohan. I got a lot. There's a lot over there. A lot of Fire Emblem characters over there. There's a lot.
I have never owned an anime figure, but I want to buy some. The only figurines I have are the Funko Pops, so most of that collection down there is mine, so I have a Funko
I think one
Problem.
of those Funko Pops are mine, and it was a gift from her parents.
that I have now claimed as mine. But
is fine.
anyway, there are a lot that I want to get. We actually found a website that has some really big statues that I was like, I would love those. But I want a Nezuko figurine. I want a Rin figurine. I got some cool Inosuke and Tanjiro ones. A lot of Demon Slayer ones I want, and a lot of Rin ones I want. I want some Harley figurines so bad I cannot stand it. So, there's a lot of figurines I want. But they're so fucking expensive. I'm so broke. Would you guys do reactions with the other reactors on your channel?
Yes and no. Because here's why. We already are a part of a group reaction channel group, so to speak.
Chaos.
Which was
We
been
are
dubbed the Chaos Squad, which is over on Barasu 13's channel with him, Kiara, me, Rin, and Storm the Cryomancer. So it's kind of like that idea has already been taken because they both have series involving other reactors. Storms has one where he interviews people for the other reactors in the community and outside the community, and Barasu has one where he just combines reactors to react to songs, and then we have our chaos ones where all 5 of us are together doing the reactions at one
Being
time.
chaotic.
So I don't really want to take that from them because I don't think we really need to. I would rather do something completely different that doesn't really involve the reactors, but then it's like other reactors have already done stuff where they've brought like the artists themselves to react to one of their songs. Like Internet City's done that already. MUNFU Proffitt's done that already. So it's like, at this point, I don't think we need to go down that route. I mean, we can just for fun or whatever, but I would rather just do stuff where like we just game with the other reactors.
I was going to say, I would
and
like
stuff
to
like
do
that.
like a game night
But
reacting.
it's not going to be specifically reactions with other reactors because we're already doing that with 2 other people on their channels. So if you guys just want us to see us react with other people who are also doing reactions, there's already channels for that, and we'll link them down below in the description if you want to go check those out. It is surprising how many of you guys don't know that we do that because we do post about it, but we still get a lot of questions like, when are you guys going to react to this song? And I'm like, we did. It's on somebody else's channel. Go check it out. But yes, so that's where we stand on that.
I would like to do like a game thing, like get our squad together and do a game.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of interesting
We do game
to do
with
like
people
a game.
from the Nerdcore community. We game with Sailor Love a lot. She is just fun and chaotic to play games with. We've also played with Sky, Frivolous, Diggs. So
I have an idea we can try. I'm not going to say it on camera.
oh Lord. All right, and last but not least, it was demanded that you guys get a puppy update.
jeez.
So 1 second, I shall get
He's going to get the little
chaotic
monster. The chaotic puppy.
the chaotic puppy.
She is going to be so excited. Oh my lord. We tried to have her out before while we were starting this, and she was so crazy. We could not get anything done. Hi, little pooper. Hey, little pooperoni.
Oh,
Little
gosh.
pooperoni.
All right, here is
Little
the
Mira.
pupper.
Little crazy Mira. So, she is still tiny. She is still good gosh.
that's
Oh,
a
my
little
nice.
yawn.
So Mira is officially, well, she's still 8 months. So she'll be 9. Wait, is this
Okay.
September?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, she's 9.
She's 9 months.
And 17 and a half pounds,
Yes.
basically.
She weighs as much as my cat. Oh, Lord.
Don't touch the
Oh,
microphone.
Lord. This is Crazy Pupper.
Yep.
And she's still small. She's still a small potato. But she gets into everything she's not supposed to.
Yep.
And she bites things that she shouldn't be biting.
That she does.
Yeah.
But
And she's
yep.
crazy. She doesn't act crazy on the camera because she wants you guys to think that she's innocent.
So for those new people here on the channel who don't know, yes, we have a puppy. She is a Shiba Inu.
Smells very Frito-y.
So again, otakus. We have a Japanese dog.
Yes.
Because, of course, we do.
Thank you.
It was a good time. We had to go get her from a breeder over in Tennessee. She was the standard
Only.
price of $1,200.
And she's the only one in the litter.
Yep, she is an only child. Yes, she still has abandonment issues, and I don't know how. She's never been abandoned, not once in her life, so I don't understand.
And she's a crack addict.
She is crazy.
She's so crazy. Her best friend is a horse. That's not my horse, because my horse doesn't like her. She wants my cat to love her. My cat does not love her.
Nope. She wants everybody and everything to love her.
She really does.
Don't you? Don't you?
But she's doing good. She's doing great. She's given us a couple of scares every now and then because she does some stupid things and she hurts herself.
Yeah.
But she is a strong pepperoni with guts of steel. Thank God.
So if you would like to see more of Mira, be sure to check out our YouTube shorts, our TikToks, our Instagram videos,
Yes.
as well as our live streams, because she shows up in a lot of those.
Yes. Yes, she does. And I'm trying to get her more into our TikTok. I am learning TikTok.
So, yeah, it's a good time. You'll be seeing a lot of her regardless.
She's your chair.
Of course she is, biting everything.
But yes.
So I hope you guys learned a little bit more about us today. I hope it was everything that you were expecting. Maybe some stuff that you weren't expecting. It's a good time either way, right?
Yes, we are.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Miracle.